When everybody starts to learn to beatbox, there are 3 basic sounds that everyone has to learn. First one is a kick drum, which the drummer uses their foot to hit a pedal, which hits a bass drum. And that sounds like this. Second sound is a hi-hat. Hit it with a stick, and it sounds like this. And the third sound is a snare. There are loads of snares in beatboxing, but we're going to do the easiest beatbox snare, which is an outwards K snare, and it sounds like this. So the first one I'm going to teach you is the easiest one. That's the hi-hat. So it's just the letter T. Just say T. T. Then we're going to take away the voice, so there's no E, and it's just the percussive part of that. T, 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 t. The breath should be going down your chin and hitting the palm of your hand. T, t, t. But you can make the sound tighter with less breath. So instead of t, it becomes t, 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 t. If you do it with a smile, t, 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 sounds like that. If you do this face, sounds like that. So with all these sounds, you can change the shape of the sound by changing the shape of your mouth. So we can go. So that's hi-hats. The next sound we're going to do is the snare. So that is the outwards K snare. Really helps to use your diaphragm here. So if you put your hands sort of in between your ribs, quite low down, you should feel that pushing out and contracting every time you make that sound. And if you get the saliva at the back of your throat and make that bubble a little bit, so you get that nice texture on the end of it, that gives you a different sounding kind. And again, you can change the shape of the sound by changing the shape of your mouth. So you can go, or that's the hi-hat and the snare. The next sound we're going to do is a little bit more difficult, but it is one of the most important sounds in beatboxing. It is the kick drum. So how I teach this is pulling this face. I'm going to show you from the side. It's kind of like you're a very posh person and you don't really move your mouth that much and it's quite tense around the side. So you want your bottom lip slightly out, like you're pulling a sad face. And you want your top lip to push down into your bottom lip to create the impact. So it's the letter P we're thinking of. Think of a word that begins with P like pie, and really emphasize the P of that pie. Pie, pie, pie. You don't want to do this, which is pursing your lips, because that makes the sound a bit dead. Nothing comes out. That's not what we want. We want sad face, bottom lip out, slight tension at the side here, almost like you're going to give your pet a kiss on the forehead. Okay? So forward, tense, bottom lip out, push out the letter P as hard as you can. It sometimes helps to like pretend you're boxing as well, because there's quite a lot of effort that needs to go behind that sound. So do a few with a few punches. Okay, so that's a kick drum, hi-hat and snare. And now for the final bit of this activity, we're just going to put them all together. And it sounds like this. Loads of power behind each sound. I'm putting a lot of effort into doing this, okay? You can do it quieter, but I think when you're very first learning, it's important to have power. So, now I'm going to do some, and you're going to copy. And. Very good.